Welcome to ELH4X4 doing stuff. Today we're working on a 2014 Silverado 1500 with the 5.3 liter four-wheel drive Z71. We're doing a 90,000 mile maintenance, which requires us to change all the fluids in the front and rear differential, transfer case, and the transmission to include the filter, because we're getting ready to do a long haul. So come on along.
So what we're dealing with is the drain plug here and the fill plug here, right? This is I think this is a 1/2 inch. Let me see here. Nope, 3/8. 3/8 square. Let's see what size that is. I think that's an 18. Yep, 18 mil. All right. So we'll clean the housing off around here. We'll let this drain. We'll take this out. Some places say 2 quarts. Some places say, when I mean places, I mean websites, say 2 quarts, some say 2.5. So I went to the auto parts place and they said 2.75. So, you know, they trying to upsell you, because you can only buy a quart or a gallon, right? So, you know, what are you going to do? Anyway, let's get set up to start draining the front diff. And then they say it's like three quarts for the rear diff. And fluid looks really good. Yeah, it's a little hairy, but for 95,000 miles, not too bad. It's not making a noise or anything, so. right, and for the front, they want you to use 80/90. Yeah, before we get into that, what are you guys looking at? All right, inspect the O-ring. Make sure it's intact and it's not like smashed out and deformed and cracked. Same with the upper fill plug. And I think what we can do is I'm going to jack it up on an angle on the passenger side and drain out as much fluid as I possibly can. All right, let's see if you guys can see any extra coming out. I guess, huh? A little. I don't know what you're looking at. Yeah, I guess you can see that. And the reason why I'm going same fluid front and rear is because they didn't have the 80/90 in single quart. They only had it in a gallon. So I just can't justify, you know, like, what's the big difference between, you know, a 5 weight, 75 weight compared to an 80 weight, if the viscosity is 90. So I don't know. We'll have to see how long the rear differential lasts. Right? I think it, I can't even remember what I'm talking about. Is the front 75 and the rear 80, or the front's 80 and the rear 75? I'll look up the owner's manual. I'm just sitting here babbling like a psycho. All right, I got that completely jacked up. So if you go to page 1112 and 1113, specifically 1113, talks about front axle for the 1500 four-wheel drive is 80/90, and the rear 1500 is 75/85. So I'm basically putting 75/90 in both, and that's for the 2500 and the 3500, front and rear. So yeah, I don't know. I went with the flexible container. That way you don't have to worry about being able to fit it up into the hole. It just goes right in there, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. So I think that's drained far enough. We'll put the plug back in, and then, or wipe it off, put the plug back in, tighten it up. So there's a ledge. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. Inside the fill hole, there's a ledge. So what we're going to do is use an extension. Are you seeing it? We're going to use an extension All right. That goes so much faster than a pump. But be careful, don't squeeze it too hard where the hose ends up coming off and going into the front diff. I haven't had that happen yet. So I can't say that, I've never had that happen. It just hasn't happened yet. So be careful when you're doing that. We're going to get our next container and push that in. Let's do a real-time adding the fluid. And what was left over in a container was just a really minute amount. So I was able to squeeze the whole bag, almost the whole bag, into the diff just by rolling it up and squeezing it. We're going to take this one kind of slow because we don't know if it takes two quarts. There we go. That was like maybe down to here. So that wasn't even a full 2 quarts. So they always try to upsell you, I guess. You know what I mean? When you go in there for doing brakes and they want to sell you brake grease and all this other. It's like, look, man, I just want the pads. That ain't right. There we go. Get that started a little bit. Wipe the grease off. Okay. Okay, just snug that down. You don't need to pull threads out. All right, let's move on to the rear. All right, so there's that saying, that they say, if you can't get the fill plug loosened up, right, like don't even do it kind of thing. Well, for this one, the fill plug is on the cover. And as you can see, it loosened up reasonably easy. Okay. And then I think these are 10 mil also. That's a good sign. You guys can see that. Right, that means there's some fluid in it. All right, let's get the housing bolts off, and we'll take the bottom ones out all the way, and then leave one or two up top in. So it doesn't look pretty bad. I mean, it doesn't look bad. All right, the fluid was nice and clear. Yeah, nothing too bad. Normal wear and tear. All right, we'll get it wiped down, and I think these seals are reusable. I know that the transmission pan is, and I think I just reuse these. So we'll just wipe it down, and we'll get as much fluid out as possible, and put the cover back on and fill it up. All right, we take a look at the pan, wipe it out. Yeah, you can see there's some dirt, but on the plug it wasn't fuzzy. So I'll continue to, I'll get you set up, and I'll wipe this out. Not bad. I've been staying up on the fluid, or the maintenance, you know, the fluid changes and whatnot, and yeah, it's a little bit dirty, all right? I guess we can hit that with some brake clean. Okay. We'll get down underneath and continue to what are you looking at? Yeah, we'll kind of clean that up, wipe it down, and put the fluid back in. Let's see. Make sure your hands are clean. What is that? What is that? Oh, that's a magnet. I thought there was a drain plug on the bottom. That would have been pretty cool, but there's a magnet. Yeah. All right, be careful fishing around in here. just in case there is any sharp castings and whatnot. You know, fillet your fingers. Alright, I'm gonna throw a bolt back up on the gasket, or through the gasket into the housing to keep the gasket from falling off. Alright. I know on the transmission pan gasket it says reusable on it, so I don't know about the diff cover gasket, if that says reusable on it or not. Alright, since it kind of came off, I guess we go full force and kind of remember the orientation. I'll bring you up top side and we'll take a look at it. Alright, there we go. What are you looking at? Okay, nothing looks crushed or whatever, so we'll wipe that down. Well, we're in this together, right? So we'll wipe that down. All right. I'm like all huffing and puffing. I've just been jacked up for the last couple of whatevers. So this is passenger side facing outward. So if we put it up to the rear differential, this is how it should go. All right. So we look at this metal thing right here, and it would sit up like that. That's our orientation. Well, that looks good. Then we'll go back down and wipe the housing off. But instead of spraying the brake fluid on the housing, we'll spray it on the rags and wipe it down. Oh man, yikes. Oh, all right. Get you out of the way a little bit. All right. Okay. And all right. Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to look up the torque spec on the rear diff cover bolts. I'll be right back. So one bolt's giving me a hard time, so I don't know if that bolt didn't come out of that hole, like why it's so hard to, I mean, I can see the gasket. I don't know what the situation is. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I got almost all of them in. Really, I just got that one left. I don't know what the situation is. I don't want to loosen up the bottom because I don't want the fluid leaking out. It started dripping out a little bit, some of the residual fluid. Yeah, it was weird. That's weird. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. That was weird. Snug these down a little bit. Get the torque spec. Add the fluid. Okay. Okay. We're in it for the long haul now, so you might as well just hang out. So there is an emergency brake cable that goes in the 12 o'clock position. Bracket. And then there is the actual hard line for the brakes that go in the 1 o'clock position of the differential as you look at it. All right, so they're saying 30, right? It's always they. 30 to 35 foot-pounds and 24 foot-pounds. So I'm just going to do it by feel, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. So we'll catch you on the fluid fill side. All right, so after I went around it like 30 or 40 times, snugging it down, all right, now we can add the fluid. All right, let's jack these 3 or however many. Right. All right, I'm gonna have, it's kind of hard to like exchange the tips under here, so I'll be right back. All right. There's no way. Nope, there is. That's not filled up yet. Because that was only 1.5. Alright. Alright. Alright, this is the second one. It is so easy to get just about all of the fluid out of these bags. It's almost like emptying a tube of toothpaste. All right, we got one more. Yeah, I've felt that, so we're like down to there. All right, this is should be the last one, but I don't think we have to put all of it in since we used a half, so we'll find out.
Hey Eric, how you doing? Hey, Bobby.
Hey, what's going on? Give me a second. All right. Getting kind of busy around here. Neighbors needing help, but hey man, that's all right. I don't mind helping. All right, so we take it nice and slow. Oh, there we go. All right, I'm pretty sure that was it. All right. Yep, that's it. All right, and they are saying 24 foot-pounds, okay? Man, all right. So we got a little witness mark, and I'll show you once I get done tightening it up and getting out of the way. Okay. All right, what are we looking at here? There's a green mark. All right, we just line that back up. All right, we keep an eye. I'm gonna spray this down with some brake clean and then take it for a cruise and see what's up. I'm waiting on transmission fluid and a filter, so thanks for watching ELH4X4 doing stuff, prepping for long haul. See you at the next one.